This is the Black Panther, and I will show you my favourite way to play like him in Dungeons and Dragons. Here are the goals for this build. He used Vibranium Claws, so we want to be able to use claw attacks. We want to be able to pounce on trespassers and poachers of Wakanda's borders, and as a wise ruler, we want his level of wisdom. Stay tuned until the end to see how we did, and don't forget to subscribe. King T'Challa is a human that ate the heart-shaped herb. While we normally call that variant human, I want him to be wearing the Panther suit 24/7 by picking the race Tabaxi. Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse gives you more flexibility with the Tabaxi racial ability score increase, and the Cat's Claws racial feature modifies your unarmed strikes to deal 1d6 plus your strength modifier in slashing damage. I will explain shortly why this is good. Tabaxi also begin with a climbing speed, perception and stealth proficiencies, and the feline agility feature, which lets you double your movement speed for one turn. This feature recharges after you spend one turn using no movement. Using point buy, select 8 strength, 15 dexterity, 14 constitution, 10 intelligence, 14 wisdom and 10 charisma. Racial bonuses increase dexterity and wisdom to 16. King T'Challa has a position of privilege, so we choose the noble background. This gives proficiency in history and persuasion. In terms of backstory, you can discuss with your DM that you might have been a human noble who ingested a herb that turned you into a panther human hybrid. First level begins with Monk choosing proficiency in athletics and insight. You get the unarmored defense feature granting you an AC of 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your wisdom modifier when you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield. You also get the martial arts feature. This lets you use dexterity instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls of your unarmed strikes and monk weapons. Those cat claws of yours qualify for this feature since they are not weapons. Even though the martial arts die is a d4, as your unarmed strikes use a higher damage die, you can ignore that part. When you take the attack action and use an unarmed strike or monk weapon, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. You are now dealing 1d6 plus your dexterity modifier and slashing damage twice per turn. In Marvel, the spear is heavily used in Wakandan warfare, and the Spear of Bashanga is even an ancestral weapon for the Black Panther. Spears are also monk weapons, so you can use dexterity as your attack and damage modifier. While we will focus on using the claws, having the spear is a nice option in case you need something to throw. Second level, we take our first level in Ranger. You get an additional proficiency, take Survival. With Favored Enemy, you pick a type of creature and learn one language they speak, plus you get advantage on survival checks to track them. If you pick humanoids, you have to select 2 types like humans and elves. Natural Explorer lets you pick a favourite terrain. Forest seems to be a more common surrounding found in campaigns. When you're in your favourite terrain, you get a number of small benefits, such as difficult terrain won't slow your group's travel, you can't become lost unless by magical means, you remain alert to danger even when foraging, and foraging yields twice the results as normal. Third level, we take our second level in Ranger. We will take the dueling fighting style unless you're allowed to take the unearthed arcana option for Ranger that includes unarmed fighting style. This potentially increases your unarmed damage die to a d8. Second level Rangers also get access to spellcasting. Absorbing damage and then using it to boost your own damage temporarily sounds like a Vibranium suit quality, so take Absorb Elements. Hunter's Mark is the other spell choice. Fourth level, we take our third level in Ranger. Pick another first level spell. Zephyr Strike is useful for increasing mobility while also granting extra damage and advantage on a single attack. Third level Rangers get Primeval Awareness, allowing you to expend a spell slot to focus your awareness and sense whether certain types of creatures are within 1 mile. At this level you get a Ranger Conclave. We pick the Gloomstalker subclass. Gloomstalkers get a set of additional spells from the Gloomstalker magic list at 3rd, 5th, 9th, 13th and 17th level. We get Dread Ambusher, giving you a bonus to initiative equal to your wisdom modifier. At the start of your first turn of each combat, your walking speed increases by 10 feet, lasting until the end of that turn. And if you take the attack action, you get 1 additional attack as part of that action. If that additional attack hits, it deals an extra 1d8 of the damage type. T'Challa's eyesight gets an upgrade increasing his dark vision by 30 feet, and while in darkness you are invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness. 5th level, we take our 4th level in Ranger, getting an ability score increase which we are putting into dexterity. 6th level, we take our 5th level in Ranger, getting access to 2nd level spells. Pass Without Trace shows that not only do you know how to stalk the enemy, but you easily find the best path for your team to take too. 5th level Rangers also get extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks when you take the attack action. 7th level, we take our 6th level in Ranger. Favored Enemy and Natural Explorer get additional picks. Select something that helps with your campaign. 8th level we take our 7th level in Ranger, we get another 2nd level spell choice. Pick anything that helps balance out your team. For example, if you're playing a campaign that is heavy on traps, then pick Find Traps. If there is a lack of healing, take a healing spell. 7th level Gloomstalkers get Iron Mind, giving us wisdom saving throw proficiency. 9th level we take our 8th level in Ranger, we get Land Stride, letting you move through non-magical difficult terrain at no extra cost of movement. Land Stride lets you move through non-magical plant hazards without taking damage, and gives you advantage on saving throws against magically created plants that impede movement. 8th level Rangers also get an ability score increase, take another 2 points to max out dexterity. 10th level we take our 9th level in Ranger. Here we get access to 3rd level spells. A nice utility spell that really shows your connection to the land you protect is Speak with Plants. 11th level we take our 10th level in Ranger, where we get another Natural Explorer improvement. In addition to that we get Hide in Plain Sight, letting you spend a minute to make camouflage out of naturally occurring materials. Using this camouflage gives you a +10 bonus to stealth as long as you remain still. 12th level we take our 11th level in Ranger. Gloomstalkers get Stalker's Flurry. This allows you to turn a miss into another weapon attack once per turn. You can also pick another spell that would balance out your team. 13th level we take our 12th level in Ranger, getting an ability score increase, take +2 in Wisdom. 14th level we take our 13th level in Ranger, getting access to 4th level spells with some great choices. Guardian of Nature lets you take on the Great Tree form, granting you some temporary hit points, advantage in Constitution saving throws, advantage on your dexterity based attack rolls, and creates a 15-foot radius of difficult terrain for your enemies centered on you. 15th level we get our 14th level in Ranger, getting another favoured enemy choice. We also get the Vanish feature. This means you don't leave trails behind for tracking, and you can hide as a bonus action. 16th level we take our 15th level in Ranger, giving you another spell choice and the Shadowy Dodge feature. If an attack roll against you does not have advantage, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on it. 17th level we take our 16th level in Ranger, letting us max out our Wisdom score. This brings our resting unarmoured armour class up to 20. 18th level we take our 17th level in Ranger, getting access to 5th level spells. I'm a big fan of the Steel Wind Strike spell. You can flavour this to be a discharge of vibranium energy from your spear. 19th level we take our 18th level in Ranger, getting Feral Senses. If you attack a creature you can't see, your inability to see it does not impose disadvantage on your attack rolls against it. You are also aware of the location of any invisible creature within 30 feet of you, as long as it isn't hidden and you haven't been deafened or blinded. Level 20 is our 19th and final level in Ranger. We get another ability score increase. Feel free to increase your constitution, or take the tough feat, or take the lucky feat. This final ASI is about rounding out your character's survivability. So could we have built him differently? Of course we could have. You could easily go Swift Stride Shifter to emulate a human getting a panther skin transformation, then take 3 levels in Beast Barbarian for claws and unarmored defense, and then put the rest into fighter, maybe picking up battle maneuvers along the way. But T'Challa wasn't all about brute strength, transforming in battle, or rage. I feel the way I've built him follows a fun and steady progression, showing off his perceptive, insightful and agile traits. If you followed my build and wanted to take an extra 2 levels in Monk for key points, the open hand subclass and deflect missiles, then I wouldn't blame you. If you can get bracers of defense, they go really nicely with Monk's unarmored defense. So how did we do? Well, we have a pair of claws at all times, attacking at least 3 times on the first round of combat and also 3 times per round if you use your bonus action every turn. Stalker's Flurry might give you another attack per round. These claw attacks deal 1d6 plus 5 slashing damage per hit, or 1d8 plus 5 if you were able to take the unarmed fighting style. With the use of Hunter's Mark, you can add another 1d6 per attack, and Dread Ambusher increases your opening round claw damage output. We also have many ways to chase down prey or just sneak up on them. In fact, our sneaking is impeccable, with a few different ways of practically turning invisible. Your senses are heightened to detect the whereabouts of enemies, and you can react super quick with a final initiative bonus of +10. With proficiency in persuasion, history and insight, our T'Challa can hold his own in politics. Our Black Panther has 20 wisdom, proficiency in wisdom saving throws, and has ways to be in touch with his territory that most others don't. There is a surprising amount of utility by offering alternative solutions to problems, such as speaking with plants. The damage output isn't high at later levels, but this is somewhat true of T'Challa. When it comes to fighting thugs, physical combatants, and non-superpowered individuals, he's a force to be reckoned with. when it comes to cosmic powered beings, he is still very useful, but he doesn't do massive bursts of damage with just his bare claws. T'Challa is meant to be physically very strong. Although we have a strength score of 8, we have proficiency in strength saving throws and athletics to fix this. T'Challa is also incredibly smart, but we couldn't increase his intelligence score anymore because we needed to keep his main ability scores high. So there you have it, the Black Panther in Dungeons & Dragons. Subscribe so you don't miss my next video, and leave a comment for any suggestions. I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.